Hi there, I'm Mary Susie from Bead Me a Story, and today I'm going to show you how to make this whirly flower pair of earrings. I have had this project around for quite a while, and I decided to put the video out and the project out for free, but you can also buy a kit in this that has all of the pieces all ready to go for you. Whenever I put things out free, I try and offer a variety of ways where you can, there's links in my website to take you right to the materials that you need, such as the 6mm O-rings, 20 gauge 5/32 jump rings, and all the different size jump rings. So there's a lot of different ways to use my projects, but you know, when I put it out there free for you, it generally will sit there for a very long time and be available to you if you choose to do this. So I had already planned on putting these out for this week, and there's actually a beginner whirly bird to show you how to do the centers of these in a little bit larger size, just to make it easier. I think these are a great display of a whole bunch of different colors that we carry at Bead Me a Story in our rubber O-rings. I have been creating this line of rubber O-rings in EPDM since 2009, and getting some of these colors just the way I wanted them to be has taken quite a few years to do, but I'm really happy with it. But this week, as I was preparing to make this project, of course, Ukraine has been attacked, and I know a lot of people are wearing their colors, the colors in their flag, the blue and yellow, to show their support. So because of that, and in honor of supporting them, I went ahead and made this week's project in blue and yellow. Okay, so that, you know, you have something that you can wear to show your support. But these can be made in all sorts of different colors, as you can see. Have fun with this project. Spring is almost here, and it's time to bring back out those bold colors. These look fairly dense, but they're very lightweight to wear. Anybody can wear these. They don't weigh hardly anything at all, and I think you're gonna love this project. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so in order to start the whirly flower, the first thing we're going to do, I went ahead and opened my 20 gauge 5/32 jump rings, and I have my 6mm O-rings sitting out here. We're only going to use one size of O-ring, so that part will be easy. And I am going to just take the first two O-rings and sit them right on top of each other, okay? And then I'm going to pass one of these jump rings through, and I will go ahead and close this. Okay, now I'm going to take a second jump ring, 20 gauge 5/32 we're using here, and I'm going to pass it through these two again. And I'm kind of doing it on the other side. That's where it's going to lay when I'm finished. Okay, so if I lay this down, what I want to have happen is for the one on top to slide over to the right a little bit. We're just making a European 4-in-1 here. It's just that we have the metal rings on the outside and the rubber rings on the inside. Okay, and then you can see that I've got my next row ready here. So the next row, we're going to do basically the same thing. We're going to take this new O-ring, we're going to lay it on top of the last one that we added, and then we'll apply the jump ring at the top and at the bottom. Okay, so I'll just lay this on top, and just to give you fair warning, the very first O-ring is probably gonna flop around and maybe get a little bit out of shape, and that's okay. We'll go ahead and fix that. You can see it drop down, but that's okay. Just focus on what you're doing, and then we will make sure it all falls in line in the end. Okay, all right, so to fix this, we just let this tuck back up under and pull these back out to the side. Okay, it's a little bit harder to get this started because the rings are leave a little bit more room. On the outside, you can see there's a lot of room out here, but we're going to be using all that space that we get in the future. Okay, so now I'm just going to do this again. I've got another one, 2 more jump rings. Okay, and we basically want to continue doing this until we have 10 rubber O-rings in the center of this. Okay, so I just put that one on top, and I'm passing a jump ring through 2 rubber O-rings, and then making sure that these jump rings lay on either side of the piece. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video here. I want you to keep going until you have 10 rubber O-rings, and then we'll go ahead and do some more. Okay, so as you can see, I've finished my 10 rubber O-rings in a row, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 jump rings. Okay, and what we're going to do now, we're going to ultimately need 10 sets of jump rings, but I'm going to go ahead and use my 18 gauge 3/16 jump ring at this point. And what we're going to do is we're going to run it through one side of this, and that's why we left all that extra room. Okay, so in order to do that, this is by far the hardest step of this whole thing. Okay, we're gonna have to keep curling this around in a circle as we go and make sure that it catches every single one of these 9 jump rings that we have in place. Okay, so you can see I'm just doing that slowly, gradually, and you can see this is turning into a little pinwheel. Okay. All right, and this side is challenging, but the next side will be even more challenging. So just take your time with this step. It takes a little bit of concentration. And a little bit of hand strength to do this too, okay? Okay. And there we go. Very hard to show this on a video. Okay, so now let me get a second one. Now you notice I've got it on one side. I'm going to flip it over to the other side, and this side is actually even a little bit harder than the first side was to do. Okay, see, so I'm just feeding that through gradually. You need to be patient with yourself when you do this part because it is a challenge. Okay. Okay, and there we go. So I have it. So you can readjust these on the outside. We're gonna need to add a couple more jump rings to this. So as you saw, we had 9 sets of jump rings, but we had 10 O-rings. Okay, so basically what we're doing in this next step is we're finishing off this circle. So if you can see here, I need to make sure that I'm passing through this O-ring and this one. So this one only has 1 jump ring passing through, okay, whereas this jump ring passes through here, and so does this one. So each one has 2 jump rings on each side passing through. So I can see I'm gonna need to go through here and through here. That happened pretty easily, so that was good. Doesn't always. Sometimes you got to fiddle with that and work on it slowly. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You can also try going up the center. There we go. See, it came out and coming out through there. Okay, so we've now finished our center of this. I'm going to pause the video and adjust the light a little bit. You can see I'm being chased by sunlight, so I'm going to try and get a little bit better lighting for you, and then we'll start this next part of adding the petals around the outside. Okay, so now we're ready to do a little bit more. Here's our piece again, and just going to show you how we're going to complete this. The rest of these steps are fairly easy. You can just go around and make sure you've got, you can see the 2 blues coming out of each one, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our smaller jump rings. These are 20 gauge 1/8 inch jump rings, okay? And we are going to go ahead and pass them through the 2 jump rings, okay, that go across. And then once we have this jump ring on, I'll hold it to the side so you can see it, I'm going to put 2 of the rubber O-rings onto here. Okay, so it's not hard. It can be a little bit tight. I like to put 1 on either side. It just makes it that much easier to get this jump ring closed if there's 1 on either side. Okay, and we'll go ahead and close that jump ring, and then once we get it closed, you can just pull this up, okay? And then I'll just do 1 more. Okay, and then I'm going to show you what we'll do for the final step. Even though we haven't gone all the way around, but this is pretty easy stuff. Once you get those 2 jump rings in these 18 gauge 3/16, that's by far the hardest part of this whole project. Everything else is pretty simple, pretty beginner level, just that. And you know, that'll teach you how to have strong hands and you know, get some hard stuff onto your jump rings that that you might not normally do. Okay, so you can see these. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, finish going all the way around, and then we have one last simple step. Okay, so as you can see, I've gone ahead and finished up going all the way around. I've got double O-rings around the outside. And again, that was the smaller jump ring, the 20 gauge 1/8 that I attached those with. Now that we're finished with that part, we're gonna come back to our larger jump ring. And you can see with this finished one that I've got this little outer edge of blue, okay? And so all we're gonna do here is we are going to just split each one in half. And we're gonna take our slightly larger jump ring, the 20 gauge 5/32, and we are going to put one jump ring between each of the two petals, okay? And this gives it a beautiful outline. You can see how that now pokes out. That gives you an extra layer of color that's just absolutely so pretty. It gives this the finishing touch that it deserves. Okay, so I just split those. I put it in, and the fact that we use the two O-rings, this jump ring's just slightly larger than these O-rings, so that's what causes it to stick out. But also, this is pretty loose in here, you can see, but because it's sandwiched between two O-rings, it really holds in place nicely and gives you a nice framework around the outside of the flower. It makes it really pretty. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this project. For you beginners, this will be a little bit more of a challenge for you, working in these smaller sizes, but this is a beautiful little design. It's very lightweight for the density of this flower, so very easy to wear as earrings, and very fun to wear, bright, bold colors. Sure to be noticed. And these type of shapes are great, especially for those of us who have like a heart-shaped face, because typically those long, straight earrings don't look very good on us. So this type of earring is a little bit better. Okay, so I will have this kit available on the website, but this tutorial is free, so this video is free for anyone to watch, and you can put your own supplies together and do your own colors if you prefer to. And all supplies are available at beadmeastory.com, as well as these kits will be available at beadmeastory.com as well. Okay, so if you're seeing this on YouTube and you love this project, please be sure to like and follow us there. We'll have lots more free videos, as well as we do have videos where when you buy the kit, we send you a video along with the written tutorial so that you can see even better how to do our projects. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. Just one last thing, when you're all finished with all this, just take a ear wire, okay, bend it to the side, and hook it through one of these outside jump rings that we're applying right now. Okay, and that's all there is to it. Have a great day, everybody.